As we are approaching the final 5 days of international break, what is the latest on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Is there a sack coming or will he stay for now? Also, with Manchester United not having a solid central midfielder, are they close with signing a deal with Tchouaméni and Dominik Szoboszlai this January? And also, what is the latest on Paul Pogba and his contract? So join me today in the latest episode of Manchester United News Today. Yo, what is going on everybody, and welcome back to Talking UFC, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Before we get into all of the latest Manchester United news today, make sure that you guys go down there and smash that like button, and also subscribe to the channel for more Manchester United news, content, and live streams. And now let's get into the latest news today. So to kick things off, let's discuss the latest on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So until recently, Manchester United have been interested in signing Brendan Rodgers or Ralf Rangnick, but now there's a new candidate, Mauricio Pochettino, obviously PSG manager, and we are actually getting really interested in signing him. Mauricio Pochettino will consider returning to the Premier League when he finishes at PSG, and could come under consideration at Manchester United should the timing align with a managerial change. Mauricio Pochettino will consider returning to the Premier League in his next job after PSG and could come under consideration at Manchester United in the event of a manager change. So as things stand right now, Manchester United, their primary target is Mauricio Pochettino. It's the most reasonable target, and it is our primary target. Of course, Zinedine Zidane would be better, but it doesn't look like he's interested in joining Manchester United. Now, of course, Brendan Rodgers is still an option because of his very favorable release clause with Leicester City. Brendan Rodgers is the favorite to succeed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Manchester United, and he has a clause in his Leicester contract allowing him to leave should a Champions League side come calling. So if Manchester United will be a Champions League side, which I really hope we will, then Brendan Rodgers is probably the most likely manager to take over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because that's what's said in the release clause. But again, guys, our top priority is Mauricio Pochettino. In my opinion, he is much better than Brendan Rodgers because he is PSG's manager, very successful side. Of course, we don't know how he will be at Manchester United, but I think that Mauricio Pochettino is definitely our best option right now, but I think that Brendan Rodgers is a more likely option because of that release clause at Leicester City. Now look guys, I think that if a managerial change would have happened at Man United, and if we would have sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer during international break, it would have already happened by now. We only have 5 days left in their international break, and we would already definitely sacked him. So I think that if we are going to sack him, it'll be after the Watford game. Again, this management is absolutely absurd. Okay guys, moving on to the next news today, and the news about Manchester United possibly signing 2 new central midfielders. There have been numerous reports that are claiming that Manchester United are interested in 2 central midfielders, Tchouaméni and Dominik Szoboszlai. Man United identified targets for a new midfielder in January. Declan Rice is out of the question with an £80 million price tag. However, Tchouaméni is a real interest from the club. Monaco are not in the UCL, so a deal could be struck. Manager situation needs to be resolved first. Manchester United's director of football is interested in bringing RB Leipzig's playmaker Dominik to Old Trafford for around 70 million euros. So of course Declan Rice would be much better for Manchester United. He's a top class player, but he's just too expensive for United right now. And obviously the first priority is the managerial situation, which needs to be resolved first. But then, this is real progress in my opinion. We are actually trying to sign new players, because as of recently, looking at Man United news, most of the news is of players leaving Man United, not players coming to our club. So I'm really excited that we are finally going to replace Fred and Scott McTominay, or at least try to do that, because there hasn't been any news of that before. We all definitely understand that Fred and Scott McTominay just don't work. It's as simple as that. A midfield of Fernandes, Tchouaméni, and Dominik would be, I think, much better. Now, Man United will need to splash out 45 to 50 million euros on Tchouaméni, so let me know in the comments down below if you think we should sign Tchouaméni this January transfer window. Now, to bring in Dominik, it is reported that he's worth about 70 million euros, which is kind of steep, and I'm not sure if he's worth it, but he's definitely better than Fred and Scott McTominay. So it's definitely, we have negotiations that could go on there and maybe get him for something less. But look, we can't be playing Fred and Scott McTominay, we will go nowhere with that. And after watching Dominik play a bit, I saw that this is exactly what we need. He's a great playmaker and distributor of the ball, and that's exactly what we need, and that's exactly what Fred and Scott McTominay just can't do. So guys, what do you think of these two central midfielders, Dominik and Tchouaméni? Do you guys think it's worth signing them? Let me know in the comments. Okay guys, now let's move on to the latest news today, discussing Paul Pogba and his future at our club. Paul Pogba has been claiming that he wants to leave United if he doesn't become the top paid player ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo. Otherwise, he says he wants to leave. Now honestly, come on Pogba, after your performance against City, how can you even be saying that? This is absolute greed. So as recently reported, Paul Pogba wants to stay at Manchester United and sign a new deal, but only if he replaces Cristiano Ronaldo as their top paid player. And if that doesn't happen, then Paul Pogba will request the same €12 million a year salary as he has now at Manchester United at any new potential club. However, as he's joining on a free transfer, he wants a signing on bonus for himself and his agent Mino Raiola. So what Pogba is saying is that if he doesn't become the top paid player ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, then he will want to leave United, and he will request that insane €12 million a year salary at any other club. Now this is absolute greed in my opinion. But guys, that is all of the latest Manchester United news today. It looks like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not going to be sacked this international break, at least until after the Watford game. Who do you think will be our next manager after the Watford game? Or maybe this international break? Do you think it'll be Brendan Rodgers or Pochettino? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, do be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It would be very much appreciated. So thank you guys, and I will see everybody in the next video.